You're listening to Rob Fielder on twocountry.net.
Now, you know, we all kind of ramp ourselves up for the main event, the awards ceremony, but an awful lot goes on behind the scenes as well. So over the next couple hours or so, not only are we going to take a look at some of the performances and obviously the winners of those coveted awards, we're also going to take a look at what went on behind the scenes in the lead up to Wednesday evening. We had a man in the field, and so we've got interviews with Brad Paisley and many others. Here's Brad right now talking about what you could have expected from this year's CMA Awards.
We really do have a great combination of artists that do songs that you will relate to and great music, and we work very hard on the comedy aspect of this. It's a very, very well thought out show normally. Now I say that ahead of time, hoping we're right, but we really work hard to make sure that the monologue is something that you remember, that there are moments in that in 3 years when you look back and watch this monologue, you'll say, that had to be 2013 because of this was happening or that. And in that sense, we try to make it very, very entertaining. There's no second of the show that's not well thought out.
Well, hosting the CMAs isn't a matter of just turning up on the night and winging it. And so we wanted to know just how much preparation goes into being the hosts of country music's biggest night.
Around August, we start thinking about what's going on in the year. And even throughout the year, I find myself thinking, oh, that's great. Even if it's something unfortunate, like an artist does something really dumb, you're thinking, bad for them, good for us. In some way. So it's a really different mindset, honestly. It's kind of strange to be this sort of sadistic person rooting for people to make little mistakes that you can talk about. Carrie and I are really active. I mean, she texts me daily with things right now and throughout the course of time, over the course of the year, like, hey, did you hear about this? And how about that? Is that funny? And, you know, we're sort of always thinking.
You know, as an artist, picking the song that you're going to perform when you hit the stage at the CMAs or any awards ceremony, it must be a tough decision to make. So here Brad Paisley tells us about his song choice for this year's CMAs.
I'm doing a song off my album called The Mona Lisa, and it's a big sing-along, rocking up-tempo song, and it's the kind of thing that's built for arenas. It's built for a crowd to sing, and it's very simply about you feel like the frame that gets to hold this masterpiece, this girl, and it's sort of that. It's like those two things: how beautiful a woman is, and here's a sing-along for everybody, and that's can't go wrong, maybe.
Well, here's the chance to play that song for you. The song that Brad Paisley performed at this year's 47th Annual CMA Awards. It's on his latest album, Wheelhouse, The Mona Lisa. And Carrie Underwood, the other half of the duo that hosted this year's CMA Awards and have done so for the last 6 years. They're a good combination. They work so very well together. And here, Carrie tells us about just how good the CMAs were going to be this year.
Well, the show itself is actually going to be pretty awesome. I've seen we have the privilege of knowing like who's performing before everybody else and who's presenting and things like that, and it's a lot of awesome talent and collaborations and things like that are going to be happening. Brad and me, we're just Brad and me, so we just hope to keep the CMA bus rolling along and you know get us where we need to go.
Well, again, we come back to that question we put to Brad Paisley about you're going to be performing at this year's CMAs and what songs are you choosing? Now, Carrie Underwood has had a bumper year off the Blown Away album. The Blown Away tour has just been so good to her as well. So it was really going to be tough for her to choose. And this is what she said about her song selection.
When we talked about, you know, me performing on the CMAs, I was like, what do I do? You know, what am I going to do? And why not? I mean, the Blown Away era for me has been so amazing. The album was so much fun, and I got to be super creative, and the tour was really wonderful. So we kind of wanted to give it a bang, let it kind of go out with a bang. And I'm doing all 4 of the songs that I was blessed enough to have go number 1.
Well, the CMAs mean something different to everybody who works the industry, but we were keen to know what Carrie Underwood loves about the CMA Awards.
Just getting to be at the CMA Awards. I remember watching them when I was a kid, you know? So the fact that I get to come here and then I get to host and I'm nominated, I mean, it's all positive. It's all good stuff. It's all a blessing. I'm one of the luckiest girls in the world. It's always so much fun seeing other artists, you know, and sometimes, since we're all so busy and our schedules are all so crazy, sometimes it's like I see people I just haven't seen in forever, and it's really nice. It's nice to get together and have a reason to celebrate.
The CMAs also present a unique opportunity for the entertainers to watch their peers and other artists perform. You know, after all, it's kind of a chance for them to sit back, relax, and enjoy a concert other than their own. And we wanted to know who Carrie Underwood was most looking forward to see performing at this year's CMAs.
I'm happy to be a fan. You know, it's hard for me to pick one person. I'm really excited that Alan Jackson and George Strait are going to be on the stage together. I think that's going to be a really special moment, paying tribute to George Jones. And like I said, the two of them, Alan was my first concert, so for me to get to fangirl and see the two of them together is going to be pretty spectacular. And Dave Grohl, I've always been a huge fan of the Foo Fighters as well, so and he's great. I've gotten to talk to him a little bit. He's just funny and awesome, so I think it'll be cool for him to be with Zach Brown, and it's just those unique moments that you really won't see anywhere else.
And, well, we managed to sneak into rehearsals and have a chat with Tim McGraw, which has been a great year for Tim so far. 2 Lanes of Freedom, a superb album on a brand new label, which has given Tim complete creativity and freedom over the music that he's releasing. So we were keen to find out just how the week leading up to the CMA Awards was going for Tim.
It's a great week. You know, it's been a great year. You know, we had a lot of great things going. We had a great tour this year. The album was a lot of fun making. I'm in the process of making another album now. You know, it's been very busy and very rewarding, I guess.
Well, it is country music's biggest night, and it's put on by the governing body of country music, the Country Music Association. But we wanted Tim to tell us just why the CMAs are so special.
Well, look, the CMA Awards, I mean, it's 47 years that they've been doing this, and gosh, I've been around for over 20 of them. So it's really a special night in country music. It's a night when you get to see friends that you haven't seen in a long time. You get to hear friends sing that you haven't heard sing in a while, and you know, it's just the history of country music is always so important. You know, I think that we really love the history of what we do, and you get to see a lot of people who really perpetuated that history in a lot of ways throughout the years.
In the time we spent with Tim McGraw, we spoke about how the CMAs is an opportunity to get the family together. You know, the country music fraternity is a big, big family. And so he said that it was a chance to catch up with friends because you're on tour a lot. You don't see each other that much. A chance to relax and watch your friends sing as well. And so we were keen to know what Tim McGraw looks forward to at the CMA Awards.
You know, I'm always looking forward to see the new acts. You know, especially people whose first time to be on the CMAs maybe, or one of their first times, to see them get up and perform and see them experience this, because it's nothing quite like it.
As one of the performers at this year's CMAs, Tim McGraw chose the brand new single, Southern Girl. We were keen to know why.
Well, you know, it's just such a really cool song. You know, I think the performance, the set looks great. It's certainly not a song that I'm going to be dancing on, which I don't dance much anyway. But it's just a real cool song, and the vibe of it's very cool, and I'm looking forward to doing it.
TwoCountry.net. Great artists.
When I'm gone, put it in stone. He left nothing behind. I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Great music.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo.
Great radio.
Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home.
Continuous country favorites. TwoCountry.net.